airport. We are just waiting for the car to come around. Everyone's ready to go here in Uluru. Here's our car rental. Outback, Australia.
You going to?
So we just unloaded all of our stuff. There's a huge line in the check-in. We are staying in the Lost Camel. So we're just waiting to check in and unload and get settled in. They have a nice little pool area. So this is the hotel room in the Lost Camel. Got an older kind of carpet. But it's very cute. We are just a little concerned. We are on the ground floor in the desert. You never know what kind of creepy crawlies could come in. This is the bathroom. And then separate shower over here, looks like. Okay. Got some soaps, shampoos, conditioner, little eco stick. Is that like a little candle? Okay, it's pretty cute. What do you think, Arch? So in the front lobby, they had this like download the Uluru audio guide app. And it has a map, it has things to do, it has like all the park information. But it's really cool because we rented our own car. And so on the back, it shows like these QR codes and it says, are you driving yourself around Uluru? The Uluru audio guide app is the best way to learn about this iconic Australian place. Downloadable app with over 150 stories and facts to share with you. So it kind of seems like you can put it in your car because it says use the GPS to play content relevant to your exact location. So you kind of get like your own guided tour. We were looking and some of the tours just alone were like 200 a person. So we got a car for the 6 of us and it's amazing because we'll be able to go to like all of these different places just with our car for free and not do all of those separate things. But we still get to have like what the guide would have of sharing all the information about Uluru. So this is really helpful. Heading to the town center. What a cute little town center. Ayers Rock. Precious water. This is so cute. So here's where you can go for tours and information. Some little souvenir shops. Yeah. Lots of little shops, so we're headed to the grocer. And we have a post office. The supermarket. So we just got back from going to that little grocery store. Super impressed. I cannot believe they even had my Chobani fits, which is amazing. And they're actually cheap, like $3, 3 Aussie dollars. So I'm gonna show you what we got here. So we got a couple Chobani fits for breakfast, Argent Coke Zero. I found this kombucha, ginger lemon. Then we got some waters, we got some apples and oranges. Then we also brought snacks because we did hear that some of the snacks were a bit expensive in Uluru, so we brought some snacks from Sydney, so our family split like this family pack of chips. And then we also got some of these protein bars. We also got some lemon bars, some chocolate, some bananas. We also got one of these to try, these mosquito nets. There are some flies that have been about, not as bad as I think usually in the really heat and the summer, but we did get these. So we are out here looking at Uluru, also known as Ayers Rock, and there are lots of flies, but this is crazy views. So we are at the Kata Tjuta rock. We're at the viewing point watching the sunset. The flies were insane a little bit ago. Definitely recommend getting fly nets, even if you're here in the winter in June like we are. It has been an experience, but such a beautiful view. Man, I wish that we all got those nets.
Fly City.
So we went from the sunrise viewing area to the start of the Uluru base walk. There's a couple different entry points that you can take, but we went from the Carpark area and started along the Kuniya walk. If you are planning on using the bathroom, I do recommend using the bathroom back at the sunrise viewing spot, as there are not bathrooms anyways that we could see in this area. Just out for our walk to go see the watering hole right now. So we'll see what we find. Kangaroo grass. So this watering hole is where the Walpa python woman Kuniya fought the venomous Uluru. So it's a really beautiful story. Her strikes left marks in the rock, and you can see some of those marks, and the story still lives on in this sacred place. So it's a really beautiful spot to go sit, close your eyes, and listen to the nature, listen to the water. This whole walk was really just so breathtaking. It was beautiful to learn about the history, and it was just a very peaceful walk around such a sacred place in Uluru. After our base walk, we headed over to the cultural center. I do really recommend going here because there is like a really cool museum. There's so much history to explore there, so many cool things to check out and learn about Uluru and Ayers Rock. You can't take any videos or pictures there. It is a very sacred spot as well, but it's really cool to check out, and there's some really delicious food that you can get as well while you're visiting this area. After visiting the cultural center, our next stop was Walpa Gorge. This hike was absolutely beautiful. So if you are going to do anything in the area, make sure this is one on your list. Make sure you're wearing some proper footing. There are some loose areas, some steeper areas, but our parents walked with us all the way in and back. At the very end, there's like a platform where you can sit and kind of take in some of the views. It is gorgeous walking through the gorge, and it was just so cool. It felt like we were in outer space, honestly. So definitely recommend doing this if you can while you're in the Uluru area. So after our hike at the gorge, we went back to our hotel and kind of freshened up, had some snacks and whatnot. And then we made our way later in the evening to the Uluru sunset viewing car park area. So you can park your car, you can go early and set up right at the front, like chairs to sit on. People were sitting on their camper vans. At first, for a while, it was cloudy. And so we were kind of thinking maybe we weren't going to see the colors that we were told you would see when the sun is setting. It casts that color onto the rock. But then all of a sudden, the sun came peeking through the clouds and started casting that bright sun onto the rock, and we saw some beautiful color changing. So it was gorgeous just seeing the sun setting and how it casts its color to change the color of the rock. It was amazing. After that, we headed to go have some dinner at the Outback Hotel and Lodge in kind of their kiosk area where you can go and order some different food and bring it to your table. The live music and atmosphere was a lot of fun. The food service was a bit chaotic. We had some time to kill on our last day before heading to the airport, so we found this little Uluru camel tour spot. The camels were really cute. It kind of made me sad seeing them all ready to go on like a tour, people to sit on top of them, but they were so cute. There was this really cute store that was fun to explore, and it does have a museum attached that actually showed some really cool things about history and things that happened in the area with Indigenous peoples back in the day. The museum was really cool, and this little gift shop was really neat. It smelled absolutely amazing. There was this, like, I think beer bread that they were making, and they actually sell it the local stores in the town center. So if you want to try the brown bread, you can get it from the town center. But this museum was super cute. It was wild to see just kind of the different stuff that they used back in the day. It was cool to see how the kids went to school and they were riding camels, and it was really neat. But the rest of it, like, there's a lot of animals outside, which you'll see here shortly in the video. And it did kind of make me a little bit sad. They didn't have a really big area to really explore and wander around. I'm not entirely sure what the situation was of why these animals are randomly here at this camel tour, if it's part of like a petting zoo, if it's part of some exhibit, or if they've been rescued and they can't go back out into the wild. I'm not entirely sure. Did make me a little bit sad, but it was just kind of a little activity to do. And I guess the camel tours might be kind of fun if you have some more time there and you're looking for that type of activity. Overall, though, Uluru is a really, really neat place to come to. It is something I never thought I would experience. And seeing the rocks in person was just absolutely incredible. Just be mindful, I would bring snacks. It is very expensive because it is in the middle of nowhere and everything is getting exported out there. So just keep in mind the food option is not 100% the best. You do have the option to get some groceries and do some of your own cooking. That might be a great option if you're choosing to stay in one of those types of accommodations. But I honestly cannot recommend enough to go out there and have this experience because it is truly a once in a lifetime.